Are we live? I think we're live. It's the perfect way to end an imperfect week. It's East Nashville Happy Hour with our very special guests, Chuck Sinelli of Coco's and Andrew Leahey. It's the perfect way to end an It's East Nashville Happy Hour, everybody. Welcome. It's the live version of East Nashville Happy Hour. And it's another one that I didn't promote because I'm experimenting. Holy crap, we have 2 people looking, even though that's just how popular this show is. Trying something a little bit different. I can't see who is on right now, so the 3 of you that are on, say something in the chat so I know who you are. I wanted to do this at 6 o'clock, just every Friday, no matter what. And I didn't have live guests scheduled, but I definitely have a couple guests scheduled to fly in. Recording wise, I'm going to record them. And so it's going to be a good East Nashville Happy Hour mini show that I'm going to be recording and putting together here shortly over the next couple days. One guest who I will be focusing on, highlighting on. Our first guest is Chuck Sinelli, the owner of Coco's Italian Market and Cafe. He has done something really cool, and a shout out to Brandy Goldsboro, East Nashville's very own local celeb, Brandy Goldsboro, who loves metal just as much as me, which is crazy. She on Instagram posted that Coco's Italian Market was donating, calling for donations of their meals to first responders and other healthcare workers. And I thought that was great. If you buy one, if you put $10 into a meal, they'll bring those meals to ambulance departments of hospitals, and eventually it's going to be the Red Cross and some other nursing departments. He's almost 700, I think over 700 meals now have been donated here in the Middle Tennessee community. I thought that was really cool, and you can go on the Coco's Italian website, which is, oh crap, I thought I had the banner. Oh, here's the banner. Here's the banner. Here's the banner. There's the Coco's website. You can go there, and there's a banner right on the front page, the home page. You click on that, put $10 towards a Coco's wonderful Italian meal, and a number of times throughout the week. I just spoke with Chuck, the owner, actually, and he's been able to donate more than, I think, 700 meals. And the thing is, you buy, put $10 in as a donation, that's 1 meal. You put $20 in as a donation, that's 2 meals, and that triggers Chuck to then donate a 3rd meal. So $20, 3 meals that go to all the folks who are trying so hard to keep us healthy here in Middle Tennessee. And I thought that was a good thing to highlight. I'm going to be flying that footage into the East Nashville Happy Hour mini that will be posted here shortly. Private chat. What if I clicked on that? Let's see what happens there. Nothing happens there. Brand. Oh, comments. Comments? No. Okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the second guest that I will be recording in about a half hour is Mr. Andrew Leahey of Andrew Leahey and the Homestead. Cheers to Andrew. We'll be talking about his new single released today, Keep the Car Running. I'd like to find out how this song came about, where in an Iowa barn last summer that had ticks everywhere did he perfect the song, and then we'll talk a little bit about his recording of the song, and it's a really badass song. And we're going to talk one music-related thing to Andrew. We're going to talk to Andrew. Man, now I see why Joe Biden has such trouble keeping his thoughts straight. Sorry, Joe. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I'm going to talk to Andrew about a musical issue and a non-musical issue. That's what we're starting this week. So we'll be doing that. I haven't even taken a damn sip of this. What we got? Today is fueled by Barossa Valley Estate Shiraz, another 2016. Boy, oh boy, I remember thinking the end of 2016 really blew, but now I'd love to be transported back to 2016. Let me see if I can just do, we've got the ItalianMarket.biz website up there. Please go there and put $10 or preferably $20 towards meals for the folks who are on the front lines. But we also just spoke about Andrew Leahey in the Homestead, and that is, boom, Andrew Leahey Music, I believe is his website. Boy, I better know that that's his website. Let me just double check that that's his website. You know it is. He's probably on this. Andrew Leahey Music. Yep, that's still his website. Thank God. That would have been embarrassing. Well, that's really cool. I can have Andrew Leahey in the Homestead, or AndrewLeaheyMusic.com, and I can still have ItalianMarket.biz down there. That's handy. I still haven't taken a drink of this. Ooh, we've got a comment. Now, I hope this comment isn't too harsh because I didn't publicize this. I'm just hanging out. Just experimenting with different stuff for this East Nashville Happy Hour thing. Holy smokes, it's Trent Hire. Let's all talk about my best friend from growing up in Lakeland Woods in Bryan, Ohio, Trent Hire. I consider you my best friend from those times, Trent. Now I'm sure you're a total dick, but back then we were buddies. He says, I'm listening to Detroit Rock City. Well, good on you, man. You're selling me out as someone who likes Kiss. I hope Brian Wright isn't watching this live version of East Nashville Happy Hour or the mini version that will be posted in a couple days, because Brian Wright doesn't like Kiss and he would make fun of me. But that's okay. That's okay. I've got friends like John Latham who will stand up for me, I'm sure. What else did I want to talk about just in this quick little live thing that we're doing? Okay. And then that. You know, I'm going to put this up. I'm going to put the meditation app. Now, don't freak out. It's not that big a deal. This is for, if you know of anywhere in the world, any first responders, any healthcare related workers who could benefit speaking with someone, a therapist, a counselor. That's betterhelp.com. Scratch that. Go back. 10%.com is a meditation app run by the figurehead of 10% Happier is Dan Harris, who is a journalist at ABC News. And I just really relate to his approach to meditation. I thought it was hippy-dippy, woo-woo stuff, just like he did when he first started off. But it's really helped me over the last 4 or 5 years to meditate. If you know of someone who is in the healthcare industry who would like a little calm, a little mindfulness that would help smooth things out for them, please let them know about this link, 10%.com/care, because they can get free meditation help, free meditation guidance. And I subscribe to 10% Happier and highly recommend it. And you can also do the 7-day trial for free, as most websites allow you to do, as most subscription websites allow you to do. I highly recommend that. And I also highly recommend what I was just about to talk about, which is BetterHelp.com. In the meditation, the 10% Happier meditation today, where each day at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, they do a live 5-minute meditation with a world-class meditation instructor. And it's really a nice little break in the day. Free, of course, just on YouTube. Go to 10% Happier's webpage on YouTube, and you can, you don't even have to do it. Just watch them do it, see how it all kind of goes down. And then they talk about some of the things that are troubling a few of the folks who've logged on. And it's really illuminating and just a nice little break in the day. And you're connected, at least mind meld wise, you're connected with about 2,000 people from around the world who are going through all this craziness as well. Trent Hire, I want to ask you a question if you're still on here. You're a dentist. Are you still seeing people? I would think not. Are dental workers essential workers? I guess if they have an emergency, of course. Wait a minute. No, of course you're still working, because people can have trouble with their teeth, and that's an emergency, and that's essential. I'm going to look for the little number to come up on the comments page that says you said something, but no need to do that if you don't want to. But I am curious about that. Nobody ever gives the dentists their fair due, their just due in this crazy time. Rambling because I didn't prepare anything as usual for this, but I really do highly recommend BetterHelp.com in terms of just getting to speak with someone. I talked about it last week, and it just helps. It's just another person who you're not. It's not your mom. It's not your best friend. It's someone who is there to listen, cares. As far as I've seen, these people actually care about what you're talking about to them. And if you're in the Nashville area, you can use that link to get 3 free months of therapy. Counseling. I call it counseling. It's just speaking with someone who has a really good feel for the emotional issues, the emotional ups and downs that you might be going through in these crazy times. I'm pretty sure anybody can take advantage of that link. It was for the March 2nd tornado, the folks who were affected by the tornado here in Nashville and Middle Tennessee on March 2nd. But I think our guest last week, Hesu Joe, who is the clinical support lead for BetterHelp, suggested that pretty much anybody can take advantage of that link and get someone to talk to. Why not? Why not do it? Has anybody been having trouble sleeping? I usually stay up so late that, you know, I just pass out from sheer exhaustion. But then I wake up like 3 hours later, and boy, if my brain clicks into any thought at all, then I'm up. So the last thing that I was going to mention is a technique that one of the 10% happier meditation coaches, it's one of his sleep focused meditations that he leads. His name is Oren J. Sofer. Really like that guy, very calming presence. And you just listen to him for 20 or 30 minutes as you're lying in bed. And he has this technique. And I think that he's not gonna mind me passing this along. It's a technique where, breathing is a big deal in meditation. You're breathing through the nose and out through the mouth, and then you kind of concentrate on that. And when you start to drift off into some other line of thought, then you just bring yourself back and do that for however many times you need to do. But to get to sleep while you're focusing on your breathing, he suggests to do this very lightly. Make a fist with your thumbs inside your fist, and then take your right hand and breathe in through your nose and clench just ever so lightly your thumb. So you kind of clench it just a little bit, and then as you're exhaling, then you let it go, and then you go over to your left hand and do the same thing, and then let it go, and you just barely enough to even be able to feel it. And while this was going on, while I was sitting there, lying there at 4 a.m. and desperately wanting to get back to sleep, I thought, this is so stupid, but it fucking works. I swear it works. Actually, you're supposed to do it maybe 3 or 4 times. Excuse me. 3 or 4 times on each hand. You squeeze the thumb in the in-breath, let go on the out-breath, and do that 3 or 4 times. And then I guess you're supposed to take a little break, and then do it with your left hand. Let go 3 or 4 times, take a little break, and then go back and forth. I'm sure you can do it any way you really want to. It friggin' works. I've done it 3 times now, and every time it has worked. Now, I did it last night at about 5 a.m. I may have taken a little Xanax with it, and that helped too. But you don't want to abuse the Xanax, especially when you're doing this as well every once in a while. So be very careful out there with the drinking of the vino and the little Xanax, and then you're gonna not be in a good position. So please don't do that. But don't do that. I take the Xanax thing back. I didn't have anything to do with Xanax much. I really didn't do that much, but it did help me pass out. It's also probably contributing to my meandering right now. I would highly recommend doing that. And if you like the idea of maybe a little meditation in these troubled times, go to that link without the /care. That's only for healthcare professionals. But if you know any healthcare professionals, please do let them know that they can get free meditation guidance with 10% happier. And you can get it for $9.99 a month or something like that, and 7 days for free. And then we're going to talk about the BetterHelp is also something you can get for free by using that link for 3 months. I highly recommend it. And then with the East Nashville Happy Hour mini show that will be posted in a few days, we're going to be speaking with Mr. Andrew Leahey about his new, this is a recap, by the way. This is what we call in the business a recap. Andrew Leahey is going to be speaking with us about the new single, Keep the Car Running. And what was I talking about first? Oh, yeah. Chuck Sinelli is a good guy. He's donating a bunch of meals to various healthcare workers around Nashville and around Middle Tennessee, doing a lot of the work himself. I just spoke with him a few minutes ago. You'll see that if you tune in to our East Nashville Happy Hour mini show, which is 15 minutes or less, and it will not be live like this, thank God, but I'm going to post it probably on Monday. And also coming up, the East Nashville Happy Hour podcast. Still haven't done that yet in terms of going through anchor.com. I think I'm going to be going through anchor.com, which is Spotify's podcast service. But I've already got last week's episode 3 of the second season. I've got that ready to go audio-wise. Just need to go through the process. And lastly, thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody's safe out there. And I'm going to sign off. Be watching for the East Nashville Happy Hour mini and the East Nashville Happy Hour podcast. Thanks for joining us on East Nashville Happy Hour Live.